Story 01. Those days I was visiting my uncle in Berlin, and that day was very boring for me. The night of that day was also a bit scary. I don't remember much about that day, except that I recently celebrated my birthday. I am 14 years old now. This is a true story. It was about 11:40 at that time, and I was sitting in my room. I had just finished eating dinner. I always found that room in my uncle's house to be rather creepy, whenever I went there. I always felt that I had closed the door, so I knew that it was a little too much at home. I felt that day my brother Kunhaya had gone home and we all were waiting for him in our room. Then he came in the evening, or straight away he ate food and slept, because the room was a little hot. We had left the door a little open. We talked for a while, then he decided he wanted to sleep. I don't remember if I fell asleep and then woke up or if I was awake the whole time, but when I rolled over to face out the door and into the hallway, mainly I saw a hawk coming in slowly from our door. I was shocked. Later he was coming in slowly. There was a table next to the door and fruits were kept safe on it. He was trying to take them. I don't know whose hawk it was. The hawk's nails were long. His skin looked a bit like a crocodile. If I stood straight, the hawk's skin did not look like a human's. I was watching all this. I was not getting the courage to go there and close the door. Then Raman kept looking near that door for some time wearing a blanket. Although that hawk was trying to stay safe. Then after some time the door opened slowly. It was dark inside that door. I saw two eyes. They were blinking like a human's. Then the eyes got closed inside and became normal. I couldn't sleep the whole night. I was thinking that if mom and dad ate me, then what would happen if they stole something? Hidden safely, she opened the door and thinking that she slept like this near me, or after some time the sound of nails scratching on the door was also coming. I tried a lot to wake up my brother, but he was not able to get up. Still I kept calling him 2 to 3 times, then it stopped again. This night, who was that day, even today my man, in return the question. Whose market was it that day and whose eyes were those that were shining, blinking? That is still a mystery. It's been years now and I haven't seen those terrifying eyes again, but as much as I want to forget about them, I can't. I remember the fear they gave me. I was so scared, and I wasn't just scared for me. I was also scared for my brother. I do believe those eyes were evil. I believe they wanted to scare or hurt us. Story 02. He told me this in 1999 when I was about 22 years old. We were in Chicago at that time. My father was an engineer. We would often order food from a restaurant and eat there because my mother was unwell. My father used to work. I also had an elder one. I used to study. For years, actually as long as I can remember. I always felt the presence of someone near me, or I felt as if I was hearing someone's voice. As if someone was expressing negative emotions, or I started feeling a bit angry. That sound was something like this. One day I parked my car and went to eat at McDonald's. It was evening snacks. I took a parcel and came home. Then I found my car door a little open, or I thought I had locked the car. Then how was the car door open then? I slowly went near the car and saw there was no one inside. I thought maybe I have not locked the door properly. Then I opened the main door and sat in the car. Or I felt very cold in the car, or my face. Some long hair flew and hit my face. Oh my God. Then I ignored it or tried to start the car. It started, or I opened the handbrake of the car or put it in gear and started racing the car, but I don't know why the car was not moving forward. Then I switched off the car and tried to start it again, then started racing, but still it was not moving forward. Then I checked the bonnet jack and there was nothing wrong, everything was fine. Then I saw a white colored bag in my car. I opened the rear door and found some woman's clothes in it. It was either nail polish or something else. I thought it was someone's stuff, or what is he doing inside my car? Then I started thinking, what is happening to me? Then I kept the car outside on the road, locked the door and started the car. The car started racing. The car started moving. I had to drive the car and it reached my house. While the car was moving, I heard some sound that my luggage has gone to the back. On hearing this, I stopped on the highway. My steering got a little startled. I got up and controlled it. Then there was no sound. Then I reached home. Then as he went out, suddenly my bed started shaking. Then after a while I went away and stopped. Then the bad feeling stopped. Then I thought a lot that all this is happening because of the accident that happened last night. Then again I heard that voice that my luggage is left behind. Then I ran out of my house or stayed outside for hours. Then in the evening he brought me the priest. Then Papa, my priest, sprinkled some spirit or from that night I never heard that voice again, nor did he appear on the road. What was that day? How did that cart come in my car? That is still a mystery. That voice is from Kanha. I don't know that too. That hair that hit my face flying, that too I don't know. He said there must be someone. Okay, everything is fine now. Right now I will not be able to drive late at night. I will come home soon. Who could that be? Comment me on Story 03. This particular event happened when I was 14 years old. My brother and I were sleeping in an abandoned house. Well, technically I suppose I was squatting, but it was somewhere warm and my brother was spending the night that night. I can't remember why. Usually I spent the night there alone. I guess I do need to explain a little more about myself for this to make sense. I died when I was 3 years old. Obviously it didn't take, but my fragility meant I spent the first 5 or 6 years of my life in a medicated sort of daze. I saw a lot of things. I heard a lot of things. I decided by the time I hit the 3rd grade that if someone else didn't see it or hear it with me, then it simply wasn't real. It got worse when I was drifting, which is what I call those moments when the physical slips away from you. When you're falling asleep, but not really sleeping, or when you completely zone out and miss your stop on the bus. That's drifting. So, this night it was around 2 a.m. On that day I heard the sound of some people outside the house as if 2 people were talking. It seemed like Jagda, they were fighting with each other. Then I thought, who is fighting at night? Then my brother told me that they are taking your or my name. There was a small wall in the middle of the house. That is why we both were not able to hear their particular voice properly. The voice gradually became louder. They were talking about killing each other. We both guessed that they were taking the name of some land. As if anyone is fighting for a piece of land in our house. Then after a while the sound stopped. Then we thought of looking out of the window. Then those 2 men were staring at us near the window. We both would see this. Our body got a shiver. They had big eyes. There were black spots under the eyes. There were big scars on the white body, or it was the fate of one of them. He used to wear old type of clothes, like the captains of the ships. I don't know who they were. Kanha, you had come to meet him before. You heard his voice. Who could it be? We both were deprived of him. Then we both closed the window and got sweaty, or both of us slept covering ourselves with bed sheets. or we were almost unconscious due to fear. Then suddenly we fell asleep. I saw both of them in my dream. It was morning. Then both of us were looking at each other, smiling and talking about certain things. Tell me about them. Right now both of them are busy in their jobs, or the incident of that night has become blurred from our mind. Right now we do not remember that incident. Who were those two people that night? That is still a secret. So friends, please tell us by commenting. Thank you.